Yo, YouTube. What it is, what it do. Time for another war recap. Sorry for the way I sound. I'm doing this vid with tissues up my nose. Allergies whipping me real good, real nice, real proper. Oh, allergies. Oh, how I hate thee. Anyways, let's get down to the war recap. Let's check it out. See that we won by 1 star. Now, here's a lot of complaints that I've been seeing on the forums about war matchmaking and in general. And my response to that is either A, your lineup is screwed up, it's really messed up, so of course, you're gonna get a screwed up matchup in return. Or B, you guys focus too much on gaining advantage and manipulating the system, properly to gain an advantage. Usually small disadvantages could be overcome if you attack and defend smart. Now, as you can see, we used a max TH10, max offense TH9, but only level 1 expos. This was a mid TH9, and I believe weak heroes too. Well, not terribly weak. I think like mid heroes. Here's a TH8 maxed and a mid TH8. So we used a pretty normal lineup, 1 TH10, 2 TH9s, 2 TH8. None of them are manipulated. All of them have everything available. Now let's look at our opponent. See, automatically, people will see this and say, oh, and they'll be crying. Like, oh, why is there a TH11? We don't even have any TH11. Well, let's look at this TH11. Even though he has more offensive toys and also a little bit more defense than a regular TH10, it's not horrible. I mean, definitely more advantage having this type of base for defense compared to a max TH10, yes. But nothing a smart raider can't overcome. You can overcome this, if you play the whole board smart. So see, we got no TH11s. They got 1 TH10.5. And then a TH9, which a max TH9. Another max TH9 minus the walls. A max TH8. And pretty much, let's just say max TH8, yeah. Max TH8 minus the walls. So, when people look at this on paper, they'll be crying, oh, this is unfair. But when I saw this match, I was like, yeah, we got a slight disadvantage, but nothing that we can't overcome. And we did, just by playing smart. So, now let's talk about the hits. Now, this hit is not really worth talking about. Why? Because, as I told you before about other war recaps, Ad is a little rusty. We haven't been warring for a while, so his war game isn't up to par yet. And he had to clean up this hit with his TH9. So it's not even really worth showing. And then, what's the next one? Whoops. Going backwards. Alright, next one. This was a nice hit, which we will talk about. Now, let me start to play and then pause it. Now, as you can see, it's a max TH8, and he's a TH8. Now, for experienced warriors, it's not really that hard, but for people who are still learning the war game or like a little experience in the war game, a TH8 versus 8 is super easy. To an experienced warrior, yes, it is super easy. But to somebody starting out or just have little experience, it's not super easy. Especially like if you use non-drag armies or if you decide to not use drag loons or Ludian. Those are pretty much easier armies to deploy than say a Gova. Looks like, yeah, he used a Gova. Now, his CC was all bowlers. He wanted to test it out. He never had CC bowlers before. He always used Hogs as his CC with this army. And it worked out very well for him. Now he saw firsthand why CC bowlers are so popular at TH8 and TH9. Now, the main problem is he started his attack from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. But check out this side over here. See? It's open, which means that the wall, if you do decide to send the wall breakers, they're going to go either towards here or towards this whiz. Either the Argent Tower or the whiz. Now, check out the splash defenses. See? There's 3 splash defenses protecting that area. It's pretty risky using wall breakers here, especially your first set. That's why he decided to carry so many wall breakers. At least that's what I assume, because he knew that he was going to bring them into a dangerous area. But as I play this raid, you'll see that it did hurt him a little bit. I mean, not too much, but just slightly. It made his BK and a couple of his other troops walk around the base. I'm assuming he wanted the BK to go inside the base as an extra tank. Even though you really don't need an extra tank, because is it not imperative for you to have an extra tank inside this base? Check this out. He's got 2 golems. That's more than enough tankage. To be honest with you, I think he's got too many golems. He should drop 1 golem and put it something else. Probably more hogs or a little more whiz. I mean, a little more valks, maybe some loons or whatnot. I mean, whatever. In my opinion, I would have carried this many golems, but it worked very well for him. And the reason for success is because he did a solid job of deploying. Not an excellent job, a solid job. Good enough for most of his army to go into the base as he attended. He did a good enough funnel job. Only reason why it was a slight mistake was because of the wall breaker fail. And of course, you have a pretty high probability of a wall breaker fail. I mean, all these splash defenses protecting the walls that you want to break into. That's a tough task. That's very risky. And if you do something like that, you better damn well make sure that the walls are broken first before you deploy the troops that you want to go into the base. So let's check it out. Let's see what I'm talking about. See, this guy did a beautiful job of drawing the CC because it's very easy to draw. Only used 1 hawk, 5 spaces. Great value. And look how efficiently he kills off the CC. And he also activated a Skelly Trap. Never hurts. But when you have this many Valks, Skelly Traps is nothing. But look how efficiently he kills off the CC. Super efficient. See that? Nice and calm. Didn't panic. See? Look at the wall breaker fail. See? Exactly what I'm talking about. Right into the splash damages. And he finally got it open. See? Failed again. Second time. See? How he dropped the BK? Now look how it worked. Because I had no other choice but to go there. But see? He broke open the wall first. And then he dropped most of his troops. Which saved them. Overall, this was a pretty well done raid. And look at the value of those bowlers. Look how much damage those bowlers are doing. They're doing so much damage. Let's see how he bought extra archers because of these builder huts on the corners. Very smart. This was a well done attack. Very well done. Like I said, the only mistake he made this whole raid was the wall breaker fail. And you gotta anticipate that, hey, there's a possibility that you're gonna fail on breaking the walls, especially if you're gonna bring it against so many splash defenses. I I tend to avoid walls that's protected by a lot of splash defenses, especially if a whiz is protecting the wall that I want to break. That's super dangerous. It's too risky. It's doable, but very, very risky. Anyways, good job, Cap. Once again, you animal, you. Meow. Alright, let's go to the next one. This one, I decided to do the Falcon attack again because I just want to see what all the craze about. Now, look at the space. Come on, really? Stop. Just stop. This base, you could use multiple number of armies, and you 3-star. This is a farm base. This is not a war base. As soon as I saw their bases, I knew that we're gonna win this war. Even before the war started, I was like, we're gonna win. You know, it's just I could tell that these guys are not experienced at all. And the only reason why the score was so close is because they had the slight advantage. That's the only reason. But in terms of skill level, we blew them out of this water. No question about it. I mean, the score really doesn't indicate skill level. They just have to use the advantage to make it close. But anyways, let's just check out this raid. It's not even really worth showing, to be honest with you. But I'm showing it because it's TH9 versus TH9, and also show you how powerful this army is. There's a reason why the Falcon army is like a huge craze right now for TH9, TH10, and when I look at the logistics of this army, it's definitely doable for TH11. Although I don't recall seeing or hearing about TH11 Falcon attacks, but I can't see why it won't do well against TH11s too. I mean, just the premise of this army, it definitely sounds like it'll work on all. But anyways, let's check it out. See, I started my AQ over there because I wanted to kill that AQ. And at that point, after killing the AQ, I really didn't care if the Queen walked up or down. It really didn't matter because, look at it, the space is symmetrical. That's why I didn't even funnel at all. I just waited to see where the Queen would go, and then I started my attack accordingly. But this base was so simple. If I did 3-star this base, I would have quit the game. I would have emo rage or just quit the game. Because like I said, you could use a multiple number of armies for this base at 3-star easy. See, I started my funnel with the baby dragon because I want to enter from this side.
At PSENG,
Drop
we
the
understand
CC.
that keeping energy costs low is important to you.
I should drop the rage
We work hard to
earlier.
provide you with affordable energy
See, I have to
power
waste the
your life
AQ
and
ability,
keep
but I
your
really
family
didn't
warm
care
and
because I was
safe.
so
In
confident I was
fact,
going to kill this
today, the
base
combined
easy.
electric and gas bill of the
See, I
typical
funneled
PSENG
and
residential customer
just
is
pretty much
20%
spammed my army.
lower than it was in
Just
2010.
waited for them to do
learn
their
about
work.
other ways to save energy and money,
They
visit
absolutely crushed this base so easy.
pseng.com/save
Because, like I said,
energy.
the design of this base was so simple. Actually, I should have used those hogs more towards to help out the Vaps here. But whatever. That's one of the benefits of going against weak designs. Even though you don't optimally deploy, you can still easily crush a base. See? Then I start my cleanup because this base is ridiculously simple. I don't know if you guys have any questions regarding this attack. I really don't think you guys will because this is not a really good indicator and test to show your skill level for the TH9 war game, in my opinion. It was weak. But I just showed it because, just to show the Falcon army and talk a little bit about my thoughts about the Falcon army. Now, Base number 2 is not worth showing. I was just lazy. I didn't feel like hitting it with that thug. So I just used my TH10 just to bullwitch spam this base. It was so ridiculous. I mean, you guys really want to check it out. Let's see. It's like, this was a joke, right? I just wanted to get it done and over with because I had 2 hits on it anyway. So I was like, why not make it nice and simple? As simple it was. No skill needed. I just pretty much spammed. It was so easy. See, I've dropped my golem over there to distract the defenses so I could funnel more because my main objective was attacking from 9 to 12. See, drop the goals to distract the defenses so I could funnel. And then once I followed, I dropped the rest of my army. See that? See how I funneled? Pre-laid the jumps. So my army could just walk through this base easy. Oh, this base was... I mean, I'm a max tier chef. Not much thought is required to 3-star this base. It was so easy. And plus the design wasn't that good too. Better than the other one though, at least, but still not good. This is what I consider a farm base too. It's not a proper war base. But even if it is a proper war base, it doesn't matter. I'm a TH10. See, look how easily I balled this base. It was ridiculously easy. I just, like I said, I just felt lazy. I just wanted to get through it with it. I was like, I have 2 attacks on Clash. Why not? Why not make it simple? Because to be honest with you, I really don't feel the need to practice my TH9. I'm pretty confident in my TH9 war game. So I really don't want to practice. Now, if I wasn't that good or if I was still a little shaky, I would definitely use my TH9 to hit this phase. But I didn't need to. But in cases like this, say that your TH9 war game is not that strong or you don't feel as confident, then this is a perfect opportunity to practice. Anyways, now let's check out my fail. Oh, first, before I even talk about my fail, let's talk about what I did with the Duck's second hit. I decided to scout for Clash so I have a better chance of 3 it, even though I failed. Ugh. Anyways, my original plan was to queen walk 12 o'clock and then walk down into the base. Like walk a little past 12 o'clock into the base. And I saw that the queen walk was at a bad angle and the air defense was hitting my healers. So I was like, okay, I scratched out that plan because I thought it was pretty bad. Now let's watch what I was talking about. The main reason for this hit is just to queen walk the area that I wanted to originally plan on queen walking. But that air defense was a little bit awkward, so I decided not to do it. And you'll see why I decided not to do it. See, I follow first, just to ensure that the queen walks into this area. And then try to get as much information as I can about inside this area. Now, to be honest with you, I didn't do too good of a job of getting the necessary information I needed. But not only that, I mean, I got some information, but I just executed poorly. No excuse. My TH10 hit on this was just very poor. I guess I just underestimated the space. I thought I had a very good chance to 3-star the space using a simple army because look at the design. It's so oh man, I need a lot of practice. A lot of practice on my TH10 gear. I mean, bases like this should be easily 3-starred. So I just dropped there. At this point, like I said, I just wanted to get some information about the inner part of this base. And see where the traps were, the CC and whatnot. See, I already got part of the information. But it's pretty easy to assume that all the bombs are around this area, you know? Most likely here. And you'll see my raid soon, and I don't know. It was just, it was a bad raid. Oh my god, wait a second. I don't think I even realized that there were Teslas there. Ah, such a noob. This is this is another example of paying attention to details, so you could better prepare for things. And obviously, I didn't. So I think I gained decent information. Not bad with this hit, which was the whole purpose of this hit. It was a scout hit. I just wanted to gain as much information as I can, so I have a better chance of 3 it. Now, let's check out my, look at that, 66%. Oh my god, I'm such a noob. I am such a noob. I thought, I knew that 3-starring it would be hard because he had extra defenses and whatnot, and it wasn't like it was all super, super low defenses. It was, some of his defenses were pretty solid. So I knew it wasn't going to be a cakewalk to 3-star this. But I still thought that I had a good chance because the design was so bad. So bad. I noobed it. And to be honest with you, I think I noobed it mainly. I think maybe I spread my army too much, or I used my spells too late. Or maybe I used the wrong army. I don't know. I'm a little bit out of it right now because, like I said, I'm doing this vid with tissues up. I know, sexy. I know. Calm down, ladies. Calm down. I know that's a very, very sexy image, but relax. All right. This is a video game. Control yourselves. Oh, I kind of don't want to replay this. This was such a new bit. Anyways, alright. Before I start to play, let me explain what I try to do. My main objective was attacking from 9 to 12 and to ensure all my army goes right into this hole. See this lane? And I just wanted a nice spread of the army. Just for them to easily walk. Let's see, I was going to attack one Fertile at a time. It definitely took me too long to get rid of this Fertile, which was a major, major problem. I need to get rid of that Fertile a lot quicker. And a safer way for me to get rid of that Fertile is to Queen Walk. I should have Queen Walk. Maybe I should have Queen Walk right into here. Yeah, that would have been a better idea. Anyways, that's hindsight. Everything's all 2020 once everything's over, right? But anyways, so my main objective on this noob hit was to go into here, and I thought it would be good enough for them to easily walk all the way from top to bottom with no problems. But I was wrong. I was a little bit worried about this cannon, about my bowlers not reaching it. And I was a little bit worried about them being slightly distracted to this bomb tower and walk out of the base, which I did not want. I wanted them to all stay inside here, which in hindsight was not too good of an idea. I needed more tanks. Yeah, actually, now that when I look at this base, I should have used more tanks. I should have used a lot of giants. I mean, Golem could work too, but the only reason why I say a lot of giants is because these are multi-fertiles. Man, I wish I had a little chance at this base. Definitely, I would have taken out some of my army and put in more giants. Probably like 6 to 8 each on each of these sides would have been good, I think. Anyways, as you can see, I want to funnel this area over here, make sure that this place gets completely demolished so my army doesn't get tempted to walk outside the base. This kind of I was really worried about, That's why I already used like 2 witches and one BD to ensure that I get rid of this. The reason why I used 2 witches and one BD is because, see, this cat is protected by 2 defenses. And if I decide to use air, 3 defenses. So I wasn't really too worried about this archetype, but I was more worried about this and this. That's why I decided to use a BD and a witch. Witch to distract these defenses, and a BD to, be strong enough to get rid of this. Using a lewd would have been, I think, a bad idea because of the air defense. It's possible though. I could have used three lewds. Yeah, I should just use 3 lewds because BD's 10 spaces and I used 2 witches. That's 24. That's 34 spaces. That's a lot of spaces. I'm such a noob. Yeah, I should just use 3 lewds. And there would have been an easy funnel over here. I could have just dropped like
You don't have to go to Atlantic City to enjoy
one
the thrill of the
witch
casino.
to
With
funnel
Betfair, you
this
can
whole
play hundreds
area.
of casino games. Sign up online
Well,
and play real
I
cash
mean,
games on your
splash
mobile phone or tablet.
defense
Betfair is
of
convenient, fun,
border
and
would have
fully
wiped out
regulated by the
all my
state of New Jersey.
skeletons, but
Download the app or visit betfaircasino.com
maybe one
today.
witch
Get $20 for
and
joining.
one
Enter code
whiz.
Pandora 20. 21 plus must be physically
Actually,
located in New Jersey
one
to
witch,
play.
one
Offer applies
whiz
to new
would have
accounts
followed
only.
this whole
Successful eligible
area.
registrants will receive $20
Alright, let's check it out.
withdrawable wagering
Man,
credits. Gambling problem? Call 1-800
playing
Gambler.
Monday night quarterback, armchair
Digging
quarterback
your music?
right
Well, I'm
now.
surprised you could hear
See
it over
how I
White
funnel?
Castle's cheesy sliders calling
I try to
your
funnel as
name.
cheaply as possible. Anytime you funnel, you want to use
We've
as
got
little
cheesy
space as
slider
possible
deals,
to
the
funnel.
$4.99 combo meal for me time,
See what I
and the
did?
shareable $7.99 sack of 10.
I did a
for
good
me
job
time.
of funneling,
Try it
I
with
must
any
say.
cheese you please, like the returning fiery ghost pepper. White
Except this
Castle.
part. I should
Now
just use
that's a
3
bold
lewds.
move.
Ah,
While supplies last, tax extra.
anyways. See how I deployed? I needed more tanks. Golems was not enough tanks. See, I try to prelay the poison. See that? I did not want the CC to split. That's another new move. I didn't even think about that. But see how long it took me? And look at all my bulls on that side. On the queen side. Oh, God. Took a long time to get rid of that fertile. Oh, it's just a disgusting raid. See that CC dragon? Did a lot of damage. Oh, such a bad raid. What a noob. The only reason why I 2-starred this is because the design was so bad. Anybody could have 2-starred this base. It was that easy. Oh, how did I fail? Really wish I had another chance at this base. I mean, I don't care that I didn't 3-star it, but I do care that I only 66% did it. I thought worst case scenario it would be around 80 to 90%. Worst case scenario. But 66? Oh, that's horrible. Alright, YouTube. This is my war recap. Even though we won, I don't think it was a great performance on our part. Well, except for Captain. Captain did a good job. Overall, not bad. I thought we had a subpar war performance. Nothing great. Definitely need more work to be done, obviously. In my opinion, at least. But also not horrible. And this, even though we're not really experienced warriors, this is the reason why our record is decent. Even though none of us are experienced warriors, we have a decent record. It's pretty solid. I think we're like, 68 and 22? Which is not that bad. It's not great, but it's not horrible too. And keep in mind, we don't use manipulated bases in our wars. So it's not like we have cakewalk wars. This is our lowest rated war that we've been doing recently. And the only reason why I converted to lower weight wars is because 2 reasons. One, to make it a little bit smoother ride for the rest of the clan as they learn the war game. And 2, because I'm lazy. I mean, having so many high-weighted accounts all the time and multiple number of high-weighted accounts, it's just too much thinking involved. It was just like getting too... The game was starting to feel like a job to me, you know? That's why I really don't war as often, because, you know, maybe I should take it a little bit easier and not think so much, but I can't help it. This is just how I play. You know, I don't want to half-ass things. Also, I don't want to overdo things too. You know, but I don't want to do like a crap raid, like just do a regular raid. I mean, sometimes I get lazy. If I have multiple accounts in the war, sometimes I'm gonna get lazy. But overall, I want to war at a peak level, at an optimal level. And I hold myself to that standard. And because of that, I feel I'm an okay warrior, even though I'm not really that experienced. I do decent. Not great, but pretty decent. I can hold my own. I feel like I can hold my own with anybody. Whether you're CWL, NDL, I can hold my own. I'm not saying I'm going to win, but I'm not going to be a cakewalk of a win if you decided to friendly challenge me. That much I'm very, very sure of. I can't guarantee the win. I mean, I feel confident I can win, but I can't guarantee it. You know? And one of the main reasons I feel I can't guarantee it is because I don't want to plan for hours and hours. I mean, like I said, this is a game to me. This is a time killer. This is something that makes my work days bearable. And because of that, I really don't want to invest that much time into this game. You know, like, this game is an escape of from reality for me. You know, like, I could care less if I'm good at the game or bad at the game, as long as I'm enjoying myself. I could care less how others perceive me, whether I'm good at this game or bad at this game. And who cares if you're good or bad at a game? It's a game. It's not like this is a paid profession where, you know, and that's one thing I never understood about some people. Like, I'm sorry, there are some game nerds out there. Some people who need like a smack of reality, like, into them. I mean, they have this false sense of like self-worth, and they act like they're like big dogs, like, you know, like their feces don't stink. You know what I mean? Like, relax, dude. It's a game. Like, why are you trying to act like you all that? You're not all that, my dude. I'm sorry. You know? Like, hey, step outside. Have a sense of reality, will you? I mean, when I see some of these kids and even adults who act like this, it just makes me shake my head like, why? Why are you, like, acting like, you know, you're so much better than everybody else? I mean, this is a video game. I mean, do people realize this? That this is just a video game? Like, am I the one who's hating? Am I tripping? Or does anybody else agree? Anyways, I'm bantering. Whatever. Let me shut up and end this video. YouTube. Peace.